Welcome viewers, welcome to this video of amazing hot glue hacks. Now this video is something quite special. It's already had like 9 million views in the past 12 months, so it is an extremely popular video. Now the girl in the video is quite funny and she has a great personality and she's very entertaining, letting a few swear words go here and there, so which makes it more and more interesting. So she's quite entertaining, so I'm sure you'll enjoy this video, viewers. Enjoy this video of amazing hot glue hacks.
Like life hacks. I'd say by far the ones that sort of like baffle me the most are the hot glue ones. The things that people will do with a hot glue gun and call it a hack is just beyond. Like, I don't know who they are for. Who are you helping? Like, some of them are just like popsicle sticks and razor blades that you glued together and made yourself like a prison weapon. But I really wanted to try some of these hot glue hacks, and I'm not gonna do like the more ridiculous ones where they hot glue like a bottle cap onto an orange and squeeze it and make orange juice. Like, I cannot justify spending my time that way. And this is coming from someone who put rhinestones all over their entire face. But I am a little curious about some of the wearables. If anyone's gonna actually sit down and do these crafts, it's gonna be me, because I really don't know anyone else that would watch this and be like, yeah, I got some time to kill and some glue to waste. The prerequisite for making this pair of hot glue shoes is to own a pair of shoes beforehand to trace. Why don't you just wear those perfectly good It looks like parchment paper. You just cover the shit out of it with hot glue. Attach like a strap, and then you put another layer on top to somehow negate the fact that it's filled with holes. What a life hack! So I want to try it because I haven't seen anyone be like, I tried this stuff on 5-Minute Crafts. I wasted my time, energy, money, resources, and these are my results. So I'm gonna do that. Mind you, when I was getting supplies for this video, it cost me almost $100 to get all the supplies to make the things that I'm about to make. So just keep that in mind for those of you that are like, oh yeah, it's like such an inexpensive, cool way to like make stuff. I'm not sure I agree with that, because a lot of the stuff that they're DIYing, it's like sometimes not really stuff you just have like laying around the house. So the whole name of the channel is 5-Minute Crafts. So if this takes me longer than 5 minutes, I call bullshit on that entire channel. So when I wear these, people will be like, oh shit girl, where you get those fucking shoes from? And I'll say 5-Minute Crafts on YouTube, the channel that scams you into watching 12 of their videos in a row before you realize it's all the same fucking video. Do you see my hand shaking already? Like, I'm tired. This is exhausting. I honestly, like, I want to be wrong. I want to believe. But so far, this just seems like a tedious, slightly dangerous task. And a wasteful one at that. Like, this takes a lot more glue than I had anticipated. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's probably like $6. Unless you didn't have parchment paper, then maybe $10. Now you're in the $10 range. This is like, you could buy a pair at Target for $10 now. So I'm a little confused as to why the fuck you're spending that kind of money to glue yourself a pair of shoes that have holes in the bottom. Now, I'm not gonna use parchment paper to make the sandal straps because I'm just gonna do it on my table because I've stopped giving a fuck. I'm by no means a weak girl. I have strong, meaty arms, which sometimes look fat in shirts. I have pretty decent grip strength, and my grip is exhausted. This is exhausting. The sun's literally setting since I started doing this. The sun's also setting on my window of opportunity for me to do something with my life. Like, I'm not trying to stifle anybody's creativity, but this is a fucking waste of time. I can't believe I have to do another layer before this whole pair of shoes is done. Like, if I step on anything mildly three-dimensional, it will go into my foot. I think this is like a very loose definition of shoes. They don't protect your feet from anything. What are they adding to your foot? The idea of doing more hot glue crafts after this is like making me hivey. Just sort of waiting for it to be over. And these shoes obviously will just inevitably fall apart and you'll have to hot glue them back together. Like, have you ever tried to hot glue part of your shoe back together? It doesn't work. Let's make a whole shoe out of that frustrating substance. I'm just settling for blobby blob mess at this point because I just don't care. I know it's only been a couple of minutes for you, but for me, it has not been. Okay, it's like lifting the other side. Oh no, this design is flawed. It pulls the shoe up, you know. Okay, this part's coming apart now too. Yeah, let's just get back in here. These better be the dankest shoes in the world. I mean, the texture and just the general design of them remind me a lot of like jellies, but I feel like you could find jellies cheaper than what I just did. Maybe I didn't make the strap long enough, but then again, it's not like they showed you how to do it. So see, the problem is that they don't really stick together because there's so many holes in them. Okay. You know, they're not structurally sound anywhere. But now that I have completed them, I guess I am a little bit proud. It's kind of cool, but is it? Is it though? I'm just gonna jam these on my feet. Oh, okay, see? It just sort of like, let me get up and I'll show you. At first, when I put them on, they felt kind of good. I was like, oh, that's a little squishy. After a couple seconds, it physically starts to hurt. It feels like you're standing on some softish Legos. Look it, if I take one step, they sort of just flop all over. They are not shoes at all. This is not okay. This doesn't feel good and they don't work. Like if I were to actually walk, they just slip off my feet. See that? What the hell is going on? I will never get this part of my life back. I knew they looked ridiculous on the internet, because guess what? They are. This doesn't work. These have been an exhausting failure, but I am gonna move on to the next craft, which is slightly less involved. But before I do that, let me just give you an idea of what else is on this channel. First of all, this person just made a tiny little bikini for their iPhone whose underwear slips over the home button so you can no longer use it. Sick. But this is probably one of my favorite crafts. You just take a tampon, okay? And you glue it to the top of a jar and spray paint it. Oh, it's for your rings. They have 12 million subscribers. I'm not trying to shit on their channel or their creativity, but you know what? Some of it feels like you're gonna pull a muscle from reaching. So this next one got me pretty hyped up. Individually cutting out, wait for it, a set of hot glue fake nails, which I will not be coloring in. Okay, so what they just did just now was take a small little adhesive that usually you'd get like in a set of other press-on nails, or you could buy individually probably. But the moral of the story is, so you came so far as to get nail adhesive and not get any nails to glue them with. You're gonna make the nails out of hot glue and glue them on your nail. Okay, I'm pumped. I can't wait to do it. Lucky for me, I can repurpose my shoe forms for what looks like he made a blob in here. Like, I'm just trying to understand like who some of these crafts are for. Someone that has nail adhesive stickers, a hot glue gun and tons of glue, but like no fake nails. It's certainly not for a kid. This is way too much hot glue gun activity for a child. A grown woman like me? Apparently. I see all these hack videos and I've never seen anyone be like, oh my god, thanks, this is so great, I made that. I think people just like idea porn, even if they're bad. Hopefully that's enough for 5 beautiful hot glue nails. Okay, this is kind of nice to cut. I do kind of like this like solid glue piece and then you cut it. That feels kind of good. These are gonna look like ass. Imagine if you went to a nail salon and you're like, yeah, I'd like a set of glue nails, please. Coming right up, bitch. If you give me a minute, I'll color them in too. Oh shit. Here is the closest adhesive that I have, which is a little bit of lash glue. I'm doing it to try it. I don't want them. There's hot glue dripping everywhere. It's just like every second that you have the hot glue gun on, it wastes itself. Why? Oh, it's a bloodbath. Although the flat texture of the glue does feel nice and fun, this is not the shape of a nail. Your nail isn't flat. This is not a life hack at all. This is, again, a waste of time and hot glue and lash glue. I hate it. I want to say, hell yeah, I love making stuff with hot glue. I'm just No! You can't do this! It's not okay! No! This is not right! It's wrong! This is not a solution to any problem! This is a mess! So far, I'm 0 for 2. I'm never gonna get this time back, am I? This is what happens when we blindly watch videos and no one actually tries them. This is a sham. Although this next hot glue hack is not necessarily a wearable, I honestly could not help myself because I want to try it. All right, so you take a glove. I think I might use one like this. It's a little softer. And then, okay. I don't have a cat, obviously, but I do have a marbles. So it seems like you just put balls of hot glue all over the place. Okay, the one thing I will say is that the hot glue is getting all over the rest of the glove as well. You can't really make like clean dots with a hot glue gun. We all know that. I just hope none of these just like break off and get into his fur. It's kind of a blob glove. See if you like it. Some of his fur is coming out. I mean, he sheds a little, but like not a ton. Does it feel good? What do you think? It's kind of hard to tell. Kermit, do you want the glove too? Do you want to try? Do you like that? You like that or you don't care? You can't tell if that's my hand or what? Oh, does it feel good? I will say that maybe if you put some smaller dots on here, it might work on like a cat, but like some of them are already coming off. And I thought half of the appeal of like a pet glove is like you could wash it or like get some of the hair out. Like if you put this in any kind of water, all this hot glue is gonna come off, girl, and you know it. If you need to brush your cat right now and all you have is a latex glove and a hot glue gun, sure. So far, this is probably the most realistic craft. So this next one, going back to our wearable crafts, looks like a lot of the other ones where it's like a bracelet or like some earrings where you basically just diarrhea some hot glue onto construction paper or like litter it with rhinestones or something and make jewelry out of it. This person needs a stencil to draw a heart. Here's where I get a little lost because if this is really just like I'm at home with my glue gun and I want to make something, would you really have like a necklace ring at your disposal? This is part of the reason why the cost of the materials, although a lot of it was glue, this isn't super duper cheap. It's not like 30 seconds and 30 cents. Like, I don't have this. So more just melting glue. See, then she just pulls out a chain out of nowhere. Like, if you have all that and you've come that far, like, you could put anything on there. But you chose to put hot glue on construction paper. I want to try it. I want to see if it's cute. This was a couple dollars, I think, or like $1.30. And then these two together to buy, this is the smallest amount of these I could find, along with a chain. This is like a $10 necklace, which you could just buy at the register of a craft store. But let's fucking do it. Beautiful. You can't really see that well, but it's a heart right in the middle of the paper, just like theirs, because I don't care about the rest of this paper. I'm not gonna use it for anything. I just bought this whole sheet of construction paper to cut out of that size heart right in the fucking middle. Anyways, jam a little on there. It burned me. It doesn't look great, but you know what? We'll work with it. So now you just doo-doo dump all over your heart with this hot glue. I will say, this is a 5-minute craft. Not acquiring the materials, but the executing. Looks like it's worth every penny. This took a hot second to dry because it's just like crafting with molten lava. Just like theirs, there is a little spot.
Unfortunately, viewers, we have to stop the video there because we are running out of time. So if you like this video about amazing hot glue hacks, hit subscribe below this video immediately. Hit subscribe, hit the like button. I'm Dazza, I'm the Aussie creator, and adios. See you next video.